The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Okay, let's talk about Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty, and Jennifer. Jennifer won her story after, so we gonna talk about it. This ain't my first time hearing about the story. My first time hearing about the story was years ago. A few years ago when Daytime Tea Time talked about it. Since Jennifer couldn't get her name right, her channel name right. It's Daytime Tea Time, okay? That's when I first heard about it. Because I don't dox people. I don't go probe in people's personal lives and stuff. But these are public figures. So if something comes out and if it's interesting enough to me, I'm going to look into it and I'm going to do some research, right? But I really didn't care about Nicki Minaj's husband until all the Cardi B drama was going on with it, right? So that was well after it had already been put out. Now, if you're a bard, let me go and put in my disclaimers right now. If you're a bard, this video is not for you. If you like to wear pink wigs and you talk like that right here, like you constipated, this video is not for you, baby. Go and click off right now, okay? If you have been violated in that way and you didn't get any help or any justice, this video is most definitely not for you. So, going on off my channel. If you're a Kenneth Petty fan, bye. See you later. Click off right now. Okay? Now let's get into it. Now I'm going to get into the people who's rallying around Jennifer. I have no problem with that. She need all the support she can get right now because she's emotional. But if you're rallying around Jennifer and you have been violated in your life and you didn't get help, you didn't get no counseling, you didn't get no justice, in my opinion, people like that are most of the people that's rallying around her right now and attaching themselves to her story. Same situation with R. Kelly. People that have been violated by somebody that they know of, or somebody in their family, and they didn't get no help, no justice, no counseling, no nothing. Nobody cared enough about them to help them. What they do is they jump online and see stories like this, and they attach themselves to these people's stories and go on attack mode in the comment section and in chat rooms because they mad because nobody ever helped them. 2, Jennifer. All of this started, according to you, because Nicki Minaj made a comment on social media almost a year ago, back in March of 2020, right? When Kenneth Petty failed to register. If you're not bothered and you're not worried about Kenneth Petty and you know what happened to you is true and you know that you wasn't in a relationship with him, why are you taking this to the extreme over a comment that Nicki Minaj made? Is what I'm trying to understand. If you're not bothered. Okay? But you also said that Nicki Minaj contacted you. They've been harassing you and your daughter. You had to move 3-4 times. They propositioned you money to make the situation go away. My thing is, Make what go away? Because you're not telling the whole truth. Okay? Now, I'm the type of person I like to analyze things, right? And a lot of people are not doing that. Jennifer is not telling the whole truth. She said that Kenneth Petty or Nicki Minaj sent the goons, or maybe they came on their own to proposition her money to make the situation go away. What situation is that? Because in my mind, in my opinion, after Nicki Minaj made that comment, you said to somebody that I'm going public. I'm going to tell the world who I am. I'm going to show the world who I am. I'm going to tell them my truth. I'm going to tell the world my story. We wasn't in no relationship, right? That's what I got out of it. So somebody tried to stop you from doing it, right? Nicki Minaj reached out to you. Somebody came to your home and offered you $20,000. You turned it down, according to you. Somebody approached your daughter in a nightclub. You had to move 4-5 times. My question to you is, make what go away? Because if you said nothing about coming public, why would somebody come and proposition you? If you wasn't bothering them or putting it out that you was going to come public, why would they come to you? Is what I want to know. Make what go away? It don't make sense, baby. Move 4 or 5 times for what? If you ain't bothering nobody. Then you had a gentleman to come down to the internet and said that he was once friends with Kenneth Petty. He exposed Kenneth Petty to be that type of person, right? Anybody with common sense knows this. I have always said this. I have said this repeatedly. Whenever I make commentary about the R. Kelly situation, people that do things like that are always repeat offenders. There's never just one victim. So in my mind, in my opinion, when that man came out and said what he said about Kenneth Petty and exposed him for being that type of person and called out situations where Kenny have done this to other young girls, that lets me know he's a repeat offender. Okay? Now, Nicki Minaj is not married to this man, y'all. Okay? That's just her baby daddy. That's her boyfriend, her lover, her baby daddy. But that's definitely not her husband. Nicki Minaj is the type of person that likes to prove a point and show off. If they was married, their marriage license can be found. It cannot be found. Marriage license are public records. Okay? Those people are not married. And people want to talk about her baby dad. She has a beautiful baby. Right? I tried to stay away from that because what I'm going to say is not going to be in everybody's favor, especially the Barbs. If I speak on Papa Bear, okay? Y'all see how she showed her baby with the Fendi and all these designers and the jewelry and all that? She would have showed y'all the marriage license. She would have showed y'all I'm married to my baby daddy. She never did that. Could she have done better? I think so, and I think a lot of other people think so too. But according to Nicki, Y'all can't run her life. I ain't trying to run a lady life. I just think from the outside looking in, she made a bad choice. Because that baby daddy committed two of the most heinous crimes known to mankind. And she created a baby with him. She don't know whether her baby gonna grow up to be an axe murderer or a serial rapist. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. Because the daddy is a monster. And that baby is his DNA. So that's just how I feel. Okay? Back to Jennifer. Jennifer, you stated that you tried to reach out to the police and make a complaint to tell them that you were being harassed. And they didn't take your complaint. Why not? That's a lawsuit within itself, baby. Okay? You got people telling her she need to go to Homeland Security, the FBI, the CIA. This situation is out of their hands. If she's being harassed and the police did not take her complaint, the only way that she can go over the police head to begin with is with internal affairs. Internal affairs will open up an investigation on that police department that did not take her complaint. Okay? Now, when the people or the goons or the squad or proposition her money, when did this happen? Has it happened recently? Or did it happen when the comment was made by Nicki almost a year ago? She's not giving a lot of details. So, for people to tell her to reach out to Gloria Allred, for what? That's not her line of work. Everybody already know what type of attorney Gloria Allred is. So if she ain't clout chasing and she just want justice and want them to leave her alone because they harassing her, why are people advising her to reach out to Gloria Allred? Okay? It makes no sense. And in my opinion, I think that she really wants to slick sue Nicki Minaj. She can say that she doesn't, but in my opinion, I feel like she does. And I think it's a money grab. I think she's looking for a payday. And she can say that she didn't take the money. If that was the case, she would have took the money that they offered her, the $20,000 or whatever. Why take $20,000 when you know you can get more from a multimillionaire? Okay? You do not have to be a law student to figure this stuff out. All it takes is a little common sense. If you go and try to complain to the police and they turn you away, that's against the law. You don't have to be a law student to know that. You don't have to be a law student to know to go to internal affairs and make a complaint against the police department, because they're going to take that complaint and the complaint that she wanted to give to the police. And they're going to investigate it. At the end of the day, while people advising her to do this and do that and do this and do that, one thing for sure and two for certain, you better have all your ducks in a row and your proof before you walk in any building making a complaint on anybody. I'm just saying, y'all, none of this stuff is adding up. Okay? You don't have to be a law student to know that if a person is charged, convicted, and served time, and now a registered offender, that can't be recanted. So make what go away? Why would someone approach her to recant any of that, knowing that it can't be done? I'm just saying, a lot of this stuff ain't adding up. And some of the stuff that her daughter said don't add up either. For example, she said that she couldn't talk to her mama and her siblings when she wanted to. How so? If your mama got her number changed because of the situation and she had to move because of the situation, and you got a close relationship with your mama, why wouldn't you get her number? Why don't you have her number? Why wouldn't she give you her number? Why wouldn't she tell you where she lived? This story is being exaggerated. When I read about the other crime that he had committed, I was like, oh my God. Kenneth Petty pulled up on that man and and down Lamont went. They took him to the hospital. His lungs collapsed. The police get up there with a photo sheet lineup. He identified him by nodding his head. And a couple of days later, he died. Nicki Minaj married a monster, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all another thing that I don't like about these bloggers. The bloggers that's taking credit for this story. No. That's wrong. Don't do that. Daytime Tea Time shedded light on this story. She was the first media outlet to give that lady a platform. And for Jennifer to come down to the social media and act like she couldn't get that lady's name right when that lady gave her a voice, she was the first person to give her a platform to tell her story, and you couldn't get her name right after talking to her for hours. That's disrespectful. And the bloggers who trying to take credit, talking about they shedded light on the story. No, you did not. That's wrong. Daytime Tea Time shedded light on this story a long time ago. That's where I saw it first. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing. She spoke very highly about her adopted mother or grandmother or whoever the old lady was that took care of her when her mama couldn't. So when that happened to her, in my mind, in my opinion, this is what I know. When a person is convicted of that crime, normally the state compensates the victim. So there's a possibility she probably already got paid. I'm just saying, that's how it normally works. And she speaks so highly of her adopted parent. But in the same breath, she acts like she went through the entire process alone. She said that in the beginning, she was going to drop the charges. She went to court and about to tell them to drop the charges because she was tired. She was exhausted. She was drained. She was getting threatened. And she just wanted it to go away. So she in the stairway trying to get her thoughts together. And here comes the district attorney lady. The lady see her. They have a conversation about what's going on. And the lady help her through the process. So, girl, what was the adopted parent? And another thing that I need to know, I'm going to do some research on it and find out, is there a statute of limitation on witness tampering and witness harassing? because Kenneth Petty ex-friend came down to the internet and also stated that he was one of the people that harassed her back then. So my thing is, if that's true, now that he's going up for her and he's rallying around her and he's defending her, is she gonna accept his apology, or she gonna forgive him for that, or how they gonna work that out? Or is she gonna press charges against him? Because according to her, she's so distraught. So if she that distraught from way back then, and now she should be pressing charges on him as well. He admitted to it. Before I go, because I've been talking about this too long, I just want to point out one more thing. Now, a lot of reports during my research is stating that it was attempted. But Jennifer says that it happened. He held her down and it happened. She also stated that she was taken to the hospital and they did a kit and they found his DNA. It can't be both. Did he attempt to do it or did he do it? Because all these reports are confusing.